The objectives for this video are to define and learn to classify variables as qualitative variables, quantitative variables, discrete variables, and continuous variables. Qualitative variables are variables that have distinct categories according to some characteristic or attribute. For instance, if subjects are classified according to their hair color, then the variable hair color is qualitative. Other examples are soft drink brand or jersey number. Although the variable jersey number is numerical, it bears no associated countable or measurable quantity. Therefore, it is a qualitative variable. Quantitative variables are variables that can be counted or measured. For example, the number of frogs in a jumping contest would be countable and therefore quantitative. Other examples would be the distance a frog can jump or the body temperature of a frog. Quantitative variables can be further classified into two groups, discrete and continuous variables. Discrete variables assume values that can be counted. Of the examples of quantitative variables above, the number of frogs in a jumping contest would be counted and therefore an example of a discrete variable. This variable can only take on counting numbers like 5 or 6 or 10 or 100. It could not take on a value like 5.5, 10.6, or 99.9. Continuous variables can assume an infinite number of values between any two specific values. They are obtained by measuring. Of the examples of quantitative variables given above, the distance a frog jumps is measured and therefore an example of a continuous variable. A measurement of 2.7 meters or 7.2 meters or any value within a reasonable range would be possible, not just whole number values. Temperature is also measured and is an example of a continuous variable. In this video, we defined and learned to classify variables as qualitative variables, quantitative variables, discrete variables, and continuous variables.